Everybody, I'm Alex Brooks. I'm the founder of Entreprov, and I'm excited today because we're going to explain how what customer journey mapping is and how it's going to be able to help you increase customer engagement and ultimately drive revenue to your business. All right, let's jump right into it. First, I want to start with who I am. My name's Alex Brooks. I'm the owner of a company called Entreprov, and we're a marketing automation company. And what we do is what I like to call personal touch engagement. All that means is we help companies focus on what to say, when to say it, and who to say it to build deep, long lasting relationships. Um, some of the things that you're going to walk away with today is I'm going to, at the end of this video, my goal for you guys is I'm going to show you how to be able to create a customer journey map that's going to help you increase customer engagement retention. Whenever I'm working with clients, I like to turn this process into an exercise because what we're essentially doing with customer journey mapping is we're writing down step by step how you start a relationship with your customer. And we have a simple example right here below of a women's clothing shop. And we'll start from left to right. So with this journey, pretend you're a women's clothing shop and your customers find you by first subscribing to a newsletter. Let's say that's where they start. The question I have for you is what happens next? That person may receive 5 to 7 emails from you before making their first purchase. Okay, great. What happens next? So that person actually buys an item from you, and which is awesome. That's a great thing. What happens next? Maybe in a couple days you follow up with that customer and you send them some related items that may pair well with the shoes or the shirt or the jacket that they recently purchased. What happens next? And as you see, this can go on and on, but for the example, we're going to keep it brief. This journey just keeps going until that process is completed. So that customer comes back or they, refer a new person. All right. We're going to pause so far because at this point, we've talked about how you create your current customer journey map. That's what is currently happening with your customer journey and how that system is operating. Now, let's talk about how we break down improving a customer journey map. And here I'm going to walk you through. There's 3 main questions I like to focus on whenever we're analyzing and looking for ways to improve a customer journey. The number 1, can we automate this? All that the reason we ask that question because we want to look at what you're currently doing. Does it require your attention? Can it be automated? Is it a manual task that doesn't really require a lot of thought behind or a lot of attention behind? Um, so the first question is, can we automate this? The second question you want to ask is, can the messaging be more personalized? Is what you're sending out to your customers very general and it doesn't really connect to them individually or on a personal level? How and if so, how can we improve that? What are some things that maybe we could send an email that are more relevant to that specific customer or user? And then number 3 is, are we missing an opportunity for engagement? Is there an extra email that we should be sending out? Should we shoot a text out to them? Whatever that may be, we need to ask ourselves, with the current customer journey, are we missing an opportunity to engage with that person and drive that relationship deeper? All right, let's go ahead and take a step back. So right now we've laid out how to create a customer journey map. And we've figured out how to optimize that customer journey map. Let's spend some time and just recap on the questions that we just asked. So I'm going to go a step backwards. Can we automate this? Can the messaging be more personal? And are we missing an opportunity for engagement? Now that I've equipped you guys with the questions, the framework of how we start a journey and how we focus on optimizing it, let's have some fun. Let's go into a actual example where I'll have you guys think through things. Here we have two examples. We have a retail and we have a co-working space. For the first example, we're going to focus on talking about the retail shop. And this is an example of a wood decor company. They sell handmade wine racks and they receive a lot of foot traffic because they're in a tourist spot in Seattle. And many people come into their shop and they see items, they love the items, but not many of them carry the item out with them just because they're going from one store to another and they may not have room or the energy to want to carry it. So they usually come into this shop and they ask about shipping and they ask about item dimensions. What are the dimensions on this? They want to know how this item is actually going to fit in their kitchen or fit in their, living room. Here, jumping here, we're going to start with the current customer journey and we're going to move over to the optimized. As you can see, I'll walk you through a scenario. A person comes into the shop, a potential customer, and they ask the owner about item dimensions. What the owner normally does is he explains or tells them, here's the size or here's the dimensions on this item, and he just hands them a business card and he tells them, whenever you have time, go ahead and check us out on the website. You can get more details. And then the potential customer walks away with the card and maybe they go on the site. Who knows? We don't really have a way to track that because the way we built that relationship and that experience. I'm now geared with the tools that we talked about and we built earlier. 3 questions I want you guys to ask yourself. Can we automate this? Number 2, can the messaging be a little more personalized? And then number 3, are we missing an opportunity for engagement? I'm going to give you guys a couple seconds just to think about this, and then I'll tell you my answer. All right, great. So you guys had a couple seconds to think about it. What did you guys think? With my answer, to this question, all 3 of those questions is actually yes. So yes, we can automate this journey. We can be a little more personal with this journey, and there's more opportunity for engagement here. And I'm going to walk you guys through how we put that together, and I'll give you a real life a visual of what this looks like in action. Now we're going to go over to the optimized customer journey. It starts out the same way the other one did. Potential customer walks in the store. They ask the owner questions about the item dimensions. The owner, instead of handing them a business card, does something a little different this time. This time, he opens his phone and he opens up a web form. He takes their name, email, and the item of interest, and then he hits submit. And a few minutes later, they get an email with the specific details of the item they're interested in and a link to the checkout page on that item. So let's jump to the visuals so you can see what I'm talking about. So here's the form. He opens it up on his phone. He takes their name, he takes the email, and he gets the item that they're interested in. And within a few minutes, they're getting an email that's personalized. It's about the item that they were really interested in. And not only that, they can click on this link and it'll take them directly to the checkout page for this website. That's exactly what we wanted. That's exactly how we wanted this to set up. So the cool thing about this example is we were able to automate this. We were able to make the message a little more personal, and we found another opportunity to engage with them on the follow-up. All right, so example number 2. This is a co-working space. This one's really straightforward. On the left side, we have the current customer journey. On the right is the optimized version. I'm going to ask you guys the same 3 questions that I asked in the first example. Can we automate this? Number 2, can the messaging be a little more personalized? And then number 3, are we missing an opportunity for engagement? Now I'll give you guys a couple seconds to think about that. All right, so let's go ahead and walk through this. Guest visits the space for an event. They sign in with the iPad with their name and email, and then the team member manually follows up with them by email asking the visitor about their experience. Now, the answer to these questions that we ask is, can we automate this? Yes. Can the messaging be a little more personalized? Well, it looks like they're already personalizing the message because they're manually doing it. But can we figure out ways to automate that? Yes. Are we missing an opportunity for engagement? Yes. We could potentially be missing an opportunity depending on if they only follow up with them one time because they're manually doing it. We're definitely missing an opportunity for engagement. So on the right side, you can see in the optimized journey, it starts out the same way. The guest signs in with the iPad name and email, and then instead of the team manually following up with them, now we've automated that process, and we can also have a few more emails that come after that initial email without the team needing to manually do it. And what's powerful about that is that saves the team a ton of time. It also makes sure that every customer or visitor gets a timely response coming into the space. And that's what we want, because if we're timely with all of our customers and we're trying to personalize things, that's what's going to drive the relationship a little deeper. All right. So it looks like, today we've learned how to create a customer journey and optimize that journey to improve your business. You also learn what questions you can ask and a framework to build your customer journey. Now, I have a challenge for you guys. I want you to go ahead and take some time and look at your own business and start mapping out how your customers are starting their relationship with your business, and look at how you can improve the current customer journey with your business. And if you don't have a ton of time to do this and you want to get some guidance on how to do this, we do this all the time. Reach out to us by email or visit the website and sign up to have one of our team members reach out to you. And again, I'm Alex Brooks from Entreprov, and I hope that this helps you guys increase your bottom line and grow your business.